Oh, you really can't zoom on that, man. Oh, sure you can. Oh, you can drop that down. Just gotta press that. That's right. I just drove right by that doggy. Let's try this one. Let's plug this one in too. Damn, I could move to the next parking lot actually and get an even better look. Are there places right there? Let me check that. Damn, I could have pulled right in there. Yeah, let me get a better seat. I'm gonna get a better parking spot than that. Let me get an even better spot. What's up, Aaron? I'm gonna work this other parking lot. You know, man, it's not like they have access to this fucking parking lot right here. They're probably gonna give me a ticket for that move I just made, but I just drove through the DUI checkpoint, everybody, and I did not get in trouble. And now I'm gonna park at your flooring guy. I was parked next to that piggy. You think they'll care? Here we go. Let's check this out. Where's Castillo at? Let me look up Castillo on my other TikTok here.
Check it out. Open range.
Dying Kansas towns where houses cost less than a pickup truck.
You don't see that everywhere, do you?
You can buy houses for less than a pickup truck, actually.
Gorgeous. I have arrived at the town of Coldwater. Coldwater, Kansas.
Coldwater, Kansas.
It's there. I mean, I'm just guessing. You don't have to say it is. I'm just saying it looks like Coldwater.
Well, let's see where Castillo is.
Ahorita le están por la calle. Estamos aquí de ver.
Damn, Castillo's over at some other checkpoint. Let me go live on this phone. Let's see, live. I took my cat to the vet and fixed her. DUI checkpoint. Anyway, what's happening, YouTube? Look, we're waiting for some people to be arrested here. Give them a minute. I just drove through the checkpoint. They did not pull me out. Oh, wait, has this guy been pulled out to the side? Who is this guy in the blue? Hello, Zoe. Tracy, hello. What's up, Dean? You innocent, brother? They took the claw. Dean, we cut all her claws off. So the doctor came in, And the first thing we did was cut all her claws off, including the protruding claw. We whacked that right out. And then at first he thought he saw a bone protruding, but that was just a white patch on her pink paw. And then we put a big old shot right into the back of her little fat neck, which she didn't even notice it. We juiced her up hard with antibiotics. And then we discussed how it could have happened. And we always talk about his cats a lot, my doctor. We talk about his cats a lot. And then we talk about Daisy's hyperthyroidism. And then we talked about some different I wring the sponge. I get every penny I can out of doctors. I just sit there and wring the shit right out of the sponge. And she's gonna be fine. This checkpoint, there's like 10 checkpoints in LA tonight. I didn't look them up. In fact, Castillo's wife, is that Castillo's wife or girlfriend? She messaged me today and said, "Hey, are you going to be at the checkpoints tonight?" And I go, "Fuck, I don't know which one." And there's like 9 in the city and there's one in the valley. I came to this one. Aroma, I'm wasting my time here smelling the aroma coming off of your shitty attitude. We're here to watch people get cuffed and stuffed, Aroma. You fucking understand? That's why people watch the Dukes of Hazzard. Because we wanted to watch Roscoe Pico Train cuff and stuff the Duke boys. You moron. What do you think we're doing here? Are you that fucking stupid that you wouldn't know what we're doing at a DUI checkpoint? We're here to watch drunk people get fucking thrown in jail. You fucking smartass. Get with the program. The fuck do you think we're all sitting here doing? I hate stupid questions. You think we're here to support back the blue? You know what I'm saying? God. It's not my scene, but it's popular. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not an auditor. I'm not into auditing. I don't. I watch some auditors. Maybe I came off a little strong, Aroma, but let me talk to you about auditors. I don't like a lot of the auditors. I don't like badgering the police overly. I don't like overly abusing the police. Some of these auditors rub me the wrong way. I, in fact, I'm thinking about auditing the auditors. Okay, well, Aroma, I might agree with you on that. Aroma, maybe you don't know what's going on. On TikTok, it's very popular to watch people get arrested at DUI checkpoints, and quite honestly, it's sometimes funny. I'm trying to think of any auditors that I actually like. I mean, they do come off poorly, but you have to appreciate what they're doing, because at some point they actually expose bad cops. Okay? So every once in a while when they expose a really bad cop, it's okay. But for 80% of the time, they irritate me too. So I ran into my First Amendment audit. Let me tell the story. I'm in Los Angeles. I ran into my First Amendment auditor in the real world. I didn't see it on my internet phone. It was 4 years ago. And I was leaving the post office, and some fucking knucklehead started filming my fucking VIN number, like, over the car, and, like, trying to, like, you know, just... And it triggered me a little, so I pulled over and got out of the car. But it didn't trigger me like it triggers, you know, people on these videos. I got out and said, listen, I went up to the auditor. I go, I don't care what you're doing. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a this. I'm a that. I go, so you can cut the bullshit with me? I don't know what your deal is here. You can cut the bullshit with me. I'm curious. What are you doing? And she put her phone down a little bit and told me what she was doing. And that was the first time I met a fucking First Amendment auditor. And it was somebody that calls himself Furry Potato. Okay, it's a trans woman from fucking San Diego that calls herself Furry Potato. And she was famously shot by like an Armenian fucking security guard in Beverly Hills a couple years ago, right? And so that's why Furry Potato is famous. But she basically, she's also been arrested for felony. She was in prison, or at least county jail, for 2 years straight. She has like 5 lawsuits against the LA police department, because what these First Amendment auditors do is they get a cop to fucking violate their rights, and then they sue the city. That's the process. And the city makes it really fucking hard on them to do it. So anyway, Furry Potato isn't like a huge auditor compared to these other ones who have become so viral, but she is infamous for being shot. She was shot during a First Amendment audit at some synagogue. Right now, she does audits in the highest end little plaza in Bel Air and Beverly Hills. Okay. All right. Well, I do like aroma chocolates. Anyway. This is Brian Snow. This isn't on Tampa. It sure is. It absolutely is. And the way I was trying to say it before Aroma came storming into the joint, this actual checkpoint is set up off of Tampa. So if you're coming toward it, you have 100% opportunity to turn away from it without pulling into it. So in my opinion, this is a shitty checkpoint. So I don't know how to explain it. So if you're driving south toward this checkpoint, there is a major intersection. You can't see it right. You see that stoplight right behind it? So that they got the sign way up there. It's a major intersection where you absolutely can clearly turn right or left and just completely avoid it. It's good in the sense that it's good in the sense that if you're drunk, you can get the hell away from it. But I don't believe they're going to catch a single drunk person at this thing, because it's set up for you to get away. So I intentionally drove through it. I fucking drove right into it. I was going to fuck with them a little bit. I decided not to. So I drove through the checkpoint, and I was going to say, I'm going to go tell them. Actually, we're going to get out of the car. We're going to go over to these cops, and we're going to go, you realize the checkpoint is set up that you're not going to get a single drunk driver tonight, the way you have it set up. And I'm going to go show you. I'm going to fucking go walk over there and show you what I'm talking about. They are going to get 0 drunk drivers. I mean, if you go through that stoplight and you've been drinking and you don't turn left or right, then you're wasted, because that means you didn't even see the 28 cop cars or the sign ahead, basically. It's a terrible spot for it. It's the worst spot ever. They're not going to catch a single drunk driver. I mean, I like that. Whatever. And why don't they run these things from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. or something, when people are really drunk driving out in the streets? You get lucky to catch a fucking person at happy hour right now coming home or something. They do have an outlet to go around it, so they fill in. You guys know how it works. They can hold about 8 cars, and then on the left there's an outlet that goes by it. And then they ask every car, hey, you've been drinking, blah, blah, blah. And then they let them go, they fill it up. But this checkpoint has an out before you ever get to it. They have the sign way in advance, and then they have a major intersection where you have plenty of time to either take a right or a left. And I saw hella people getting out of Dodge. Not because they were drunk, but they looked like possible immigrants, possible people without a license. You know what I mean? That's what I was noticing, people turning off, because it's also an ID checkpoint. Hey, double tap the screen like this, boom, boom, boom. See how I just double tapped and knocked the shit out of the camera? And then subscribe to the YouTube, you guys. Subscribe to the YouTube so we can make $200,000 a month like that one dude Does anybody know who Sean Gates is? Him and his girlfriend do OnlyFans, but that's not how they got viral and shit. He tattooed his eyeballs and shit, tattooed his head and everything. And he's viral on TikTok and YouTube and all these other things, right? This truck is going to intentionally block my view right now. And that is going to piss me off. Oh my God, did he just fucking do that? This son of a bitch. Well, now we're going to have to get out of the car. Yeah, so the guy has a property out in the desert. Oh, it's a cop. It's a cop in that truck, you guys. It's a fucking cop. Son of a bitch. It's a goddamn cop. I hope he comes over and talks to me. So I'm going to ask him why they have a fucking bogus checkpoint set up. Please come over here and say something to me. He's not gonna. He's limping a little bit. He's got a bad back like me. Tampa. As soon as this cop gets out of my way, I'm going to pull up into that space in front of me. This might be an excellent live from the car. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is he doing? He's putting a note on his car or something. Why is he in a private vehicle, by the way? Okay, so you guys, I want to pull up and get a better view here as soon as this cop gets the fuck out of my way. Double tap the screen on the YouTube. Anyway, Sean Gates, you guys. Sean Gates. I am from Iowa. They just pulled the driver out of the truck. Cop got out and moved the truck. Is that true? Are you fucking serious right now? Hold on. Is that true, Brian? Brian, are you watching somebody else doing live over here? Or are you just fucking with me? You saying that's a rent-a-cop? You guys, I'm about to get out of the car, so be patient. I just got here. You guys, I think I need to get a police scanner and do more journalism. Like, I think I need to go to more exciting events like Duran and fucking, who else has a police scanner? Tony's Chasing Trouble. Those guys have police scanners, and they seem to find more fun action. You guys, do I need to get a police scanner so I can get more action? This cop just blocked me. I'm going to pull right up. I'm going to pull right the fuck up because he blocked my view. Now we got the best seat in the fucking house. Now we got the best seat. Oh. Let's see what we got here. Okay. But I'm still going to get out. Oh, you're watching my feed. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to go live on my other phone. This is YouTube. I'm going to go on TikTok over here. I'm just charging both my phones. That's why I'm sitting here. So as soon as I get both these phones, one's at 85%, one's at 90. A couple minutes here, I'm going to step out. You usually don't have a parking spot like this right at the checkpoint, though. Who is that dude right there? Is he pulled out for, or is that a streamer right there? Anyway, I took my cat to the vet today. Well, they do have a dude out of the car. Shit, you guys, that is a dude getting the test right there. Not bad. There you go. Okay, so they do have this dude out. More, and then I'll go on TikTok. So they're giving him the business still. They're gonna make him do the standing test now. I think he had too many Budweisers at work today, and they got him. This guy's had one too many Budweisers at lunch, and they got this boy. Hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel, you guys. Go ahead, subscribe. Although there is a deal with China, you guys. I guess we made a trade deal with China. Is that the breaking news today? Because if that's true, TikTok could potentially end up being, it might be all good with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And Bud was wiser. This is on Tampa and Northridge, over by the school. You guys know where, like, University of California Northridge and shit is? Sorry about the bad angle, but I'm charging my phone. I'll get out and get over there in a minute. This is my only angle right now. Double tap that screen. It's lame that you have to double tap the screen to get a like on YouTube. Like on TikTok, you just tap it once and you get a like. On YouTube, you got to double tap it. It's also confusing, but you can subscribe on YouTube for free. So subscribe, please. That's free. You can follow free on TikTok, but to subscribe on TikTok, you have to actually pay money. You guys, Sean Gates, as an influencer, is making like $200,000 a month. And he says that's mostly through his OnlyFans. He said just buying a fucking Lamborghini. Oh, here comes the blood test doctor, right? The blood test doctor just showed up late. That was the guy to do the blood test draws, the blood draws. He just showed up. It's not our hot Asian chick. We're used to that hot Asian chick in the white Mercedes, but looks like unfortunately, we have a Caucasian or a male something. That's too bad. We don't have our normal Valley girl, hot Asian in the Mercedes blood drawer girl today. That's too bad. That's too bad. You can't at people on YouTube either. Right. I mean, at least YouTube, the thing I noticed about YouTube is at least they do have, like, I mean, it looks like they kind of, there's a way to find lives, at least, as opposed to Instagram. Like, you can't go on Instagram and see a bunch of different lives, right? You can't do that. This guy's about to get cuffed right now, Jesus Christ. And everybody, Jesus Christ is in the chat, so make sure you fucking say your prayers and forgive yourself or ask him for, like, repent or whatever the fuck it is you got to do to Jesus. Do it right now because he's in the chat. And interestingly enough, he's waiting for someone to get cuffed, probably so he can forgive them. I would think it's so he could forgive them. This is in Northridge. This is on Tampa and Nordhoff. This is between Nordhoff and Roscoe. But really, it's near Nordhoff on Tampa. And the guy in the blue shirt is the passenger of the red truck, I'm assuming. And the other dude's going to jail. Oh my God, did we just see the chick that just rolled right through? Lordy, Lordy, hello. Hello. You need a ride? Just blink twice if you're in trouble. Hello? What's happening? A lot of pedestrians just rolling through this checkpoint. It's a really easy checkpoint to not drive into. I'm surprised this guy drove right into it. I mean, the only way you'd really get sucked into it without noticing is if you were coming, like, off of business. There is a way to turn left into it. I could see that fucking you up. But if you're coming southbound on Tampa, you have a clear opportunity to not drive into it. Like, you have an entire fucking left and right turn that's just made available for you to not deal with this checkpoint. And a sign telling you, hey, and fuck the sign, there's like 8 cop cars, a bunch of cones, and you can see what's happening. So, this guy's still doing tests. I have to assume he's going into cuffs. Right here to the right of me is where they do the blood draw and everything, so, you know, it's going down. Mean Dean is in fucking Iowa. Mean Dean is in Iowa, boy. Sorry to disclose your location, Dean. I'm outing you. Oh, anyway, I know this is YouTube, so nobody cares, but I'm meeting my girl, Marina. Marina? What's her name? Marina. I don't even know her name anymore. Fucking Marina. Who's Marina? I'm meeting my girl, Masha Maria, tomorrow morning. But it's a slow burn. It's not going well with Maria. My Maria. My Maria. I better start the car. Probably because I'm zoomed in. Let me zoom out a little on this. That's the whole scene, guys. We're all the way back here in this parking lot. Hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go ahead. Hit the subscription. Yeah, I'm not pressing it. You guys, I'm going to make a 40-minute documentary that I want to win an Oscar for. Okay, so to win Best Short Documentary at the Oscars, the film has to be 40 minutes and under. That includes the credits. So basically, you have to make a 35-minute, maybe a 34, 33-minute, depending on how long your credits are going to be. But the entire documentary, including credits, has to be 40 minutes or less to qualify in the For You consideration for an Oscar. I want to win an Oscar with one of my documentary films. I am currently in pre-production for my Scientology documentary. I'm trying to take advantage of this little surge in anti-Scientology cliques that's happening. That, quite frankly, was started by fucking William Good. Let's be honest, Streets of LA started this shit. And there is a movement almost where, like, kids, it's like so the recruiting center in Hollywood is literally now a tourist attraction. So all the young kids and the young people stop at the front door and they take selfies. They ask for Shannon. They beg to talk to Shannon. All of this shit. And the thing is, none of them even know what Scientology is, but they just hate it because there's a movement to hate it. And that's legitimate in the sense that it is a cult and it is weird, blah, blah, blah. So because I'm chasing a young, pretty girl, am going to make a fucking documentary, and we're calling it Operation Big Apple right now. That's the working title. But I really like that name, so it might be the name of the film, Operation Big Apple. Okay? If you guys don't know, Operation Snow White Operation Snow White was the secret operation that Scientology did, schemed, where they had 1,000+ people infiltrate our government in low-level positions throughout the government and mostly in the IRS, and they were able to sue the fucking IRS into submission and get tax-exempt status. And now, of course, there's a great movie called Going Clear where you can learn about all of this shit. But that's so many years ago that a whole generation has flipped. And most people, when I say Going Clear, if they're under Gen X or below, they don't even fucking know what the movie is. But I know too many people in it. I have too many stories. And now I have some real fucking content with Laura FM because they fucking released a video. That poor guy's going to jail. Just keep your eye on him. He's going to jail at some point here. Subscriptions are free. That's today's special, Dean. Hey, if you're in the YouTube, subscriptions are free today. And by the way, last week I said if you subscribe, DM me and I'll buy you lunch. Or no, I said I'd give you $100. So last week when I said if you subscribe, just DM me and I'll give you $100. Do you guys realize how many people took me seriously? I got so many direct messages from people asking for their money, not even to be funny. Like they thought I really meant that. So I just want to say with peace and love that I would never give someone $100 to subscribe on YouTube. That's ridiculous. But I do want to say, if you subscribe to me today on YouTube, right now, this very moment, I will buy you coffee and donuts at Holly's Donuts, but you have to meet me in Studio City to cash in. And that's like an $8 prize package, depending on what you get. If you get 2 glazed donuts and a medium coffee, it's going to run you right around $7. I may let you get a cinnamon roll and a chocolate bar and a large coffee, which is almost a $10 prize package. That's going to run like $9.75. So just remember, hit that subscribe button. It's free. 1 black coffee and 1 donut's going to be cheap. It's going to run you around $3.75, and you just have to meet me in Studio City for this. I'll let my cat Ellie Mae cut your face. Like, you can meet Ellie Mae, put your face down close to her, and pet her for too long, and she'll cut your face. So you can do that, or you can pet Daisy. Daisy doesn't cut. Plus, I just cut all her claws off so she can't even cut you. So Daisy will just lay there because she's disabled. So you could pet Daisy. You can grab a cheese puff and let Daisy lick the cheese puff. That's fun. That's fun and exciting. Boy, it's taken them a long time to arrest this guy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's one documentary. I'm starting to really lose hope on making my theatrical Outsiders movie. I'm losing hope on that. So I might make the Dragoons an actual documentary, Dean, about the city of Fort Dodge. So, Dean, you could appear in that because you live in Iowa, so I could interview you for the movie. I'm thinking about making a documentary called The Dragoons, but I'm going to make the Scientology documentary. But when I make a movie, I don't fuck around. I expect it to be really fucking good. In fact, I posted my I posted my little short music movie. It's a music video / movie about Skid Row. It's called My Motel. It's a song that is it's one of my own songs. Well, one of my band songs. So I recorded the music as well. I recorded the music in a recording studio in Iowa called Junior's Motel. And then I shot the movie at Skid Row. And you guys, come on, you got to give me credit. I was almost fucking killed twice shooting that movie, you guys. My Motel. I was almost fucking killed twice. They're letting this guy go, or they're gonna draw his blood. Let's see. Here he comes. Here he comes, you guys. Here, I'll go to a wide shot so you can see. Here he comes. He's coming across the street now. So here's the thing. A fucking pimp. Are they letting this guy go? They letting you go, man? What were they giving you tests?
Yeah.
DUI?
Yes.
But you're fine, right?
I am fine.
You're fine.
Well, not fine. We taken 2 tequilas and 20 minutes ago.
Oh, so you had 2 tequilas 20 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago.
But you passed the
and
test.
Because I is playing and I am very good right now, but it's no good.
Did you
I know that.
when you were driving south, you didn't see the
Well, I don't know myself.
you got stuck in it.
Yeah, I have to do it.
But you had 2 drinks and you passed. You're okay. They're letting you go.
Yeah, because
It's only 2. It's only 2 tequilas.
And I am relaxed. But
Hey, congratulations, brother. Honestly, congratulations, dude. That's a big deal, bro. That's a big deal, bro. That you got off on that, dude. 2 tequilas, I'd be fucked up, actually. I hate to admit it, you guys. I'm not a heavy drinker. This dude got out, dude. He drank 2 tequilas, you guys. Oh, my God. I'm sorry my phone's not charged, you guys, or I would have put the camera on him. This motherfucker had 2 tequilas. That's why it was fucking touch and go, you guys. I wondered why it was touch and go. So he didn't lie to the cops. He pulled up and they said, "You've been drinking?" He said, "I had 2 tequilas." They drug him right out of the car. He fucking passed, though. They didn't blood draw him. That's dope. That was cool, man. That was a true Mexican champ. There's no doubt about it, Anthony. Because even he was telling me, he goes, "Dude, it was 2 tequilas. I am relaxed, dude. What's up?" He was confident as fuck. He was a good dude, actually. I like him. He's like, that is nothing for Mexicans. You're right. He's like, fuck, I had a fucking cotton mouth, so I hit a couple of fucking shots of tequila. That's pretty dope. It's so true. They get all that agave from Mexico, you know what I mean? That's their fucking drink, man. That was dope. I like that dude. Yeah, they're going to have a couple more, but I tried to ask him at the end. I was like, dude, why'd you drive into it? You could have fucking... He goes like, "I got trapped in it, bro." He didn't see the sign. This is such an easy checkpoint to drive around, you guys. I was telling you. It's southbound on Tampa. And you see the sign, you see the cops, and you have 2 opportunities to turn left or right with plenty of time, a stoplight. You do not have to drive into it. You could tell he'd been working all day, you guys. They had a couple of pops after work, right? Those dudes stopped at the fucking... There's a bar right up here called the Landing Strip, and I know that's where they had their fucking pops. It's a Mexican bar called the Landing Strip. I know that's where they probably had their tequilas. I know, I would have never told them. The guy told me. I was like, "Hey, man, they let you go?" He goes, "Yeah, I had 2 tequilas." He told me. That's what they do. You pull up and they go, "Any alcohol tonight?" And you know what the right answer for that is? No matter how much alcohol you had? The answer is no, officer. I've had no alcohol, and don't breathe on him. That's the fucking answer. All right, so they've... We haven't even got out of the car and we saw someone get pulled out and tested who had 2 tequilas. We ain't even got on. You know what? And I'm wrong about the landing strip, Aaron. Fuck, what's the name of it? The landing strip is south of here because it's next to Van Nuys Airport. That's why it's called the landing strip, because it's next to the Rockstar Airport. There's an airport called Van Nuys Airport just south of here, and so I'm wrong. The bar that would be north of here, the Mexican bar, is called, there's a lot of them, but I just know a couple that it seems like he'd be at. I can't think of the name of it. But the landing strip isn't where he was. But it is a funny name, but it's because it's at the airport. It's next to the airport. No, it sounds like a strip club. The landing strip is a Mexican dive bar right on the south side of the Van Nuys Airport, and that's why it's called the landing strip. But it's a great name for a strip bar. It's a great name for a strip bar, for sure. But it's actually a Mexican bar. There's tons of all Hispanic Mexican kind of bars in the valley. I just happen to know all of them for some reason. I wonder if they're going to get anyone for public intox and shit. Can I just say, I don't want to talk about that. You guys, Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News for $747 million. Do you realize that's $1 billion, basically? That's what Fox News was sued for by the Dominion voting machine company. And they lost. If Jesse Waters doesn't retract his lie or his statement and apologize, they are going to go through with this lawsuit. And they're going to win. And the reason I mention it is because I was complaining about this during a live recently. I said, did you guys see Donald Trump fucking just lie right through his teeth? Of course he does all the time. And listen, Trump supporters, don't get mad. We all know he lies, whatever. But that day he goes, yeah, I called Gavin Newsom last night and told him, what are you doing? You've killed people. And I was like, killed people? 5 Waymo cars got burned, and all of a sudden Gavin Newsom killed people? So that was a lie. But then Jesse Waters' lie was saying that he said Gavin Newsom lied when Gavin Newsom said Trump didn't call me. And we all know that Trump didn't call Gavin Newsom. Of course he didn't call him. He just came out and said he did because that's what he does. And then he said Gavin Newsom was responsible for all the death that was occurring during the ICE raids. I don't even think anyone got hurt except for me taking a rubber bullet. And I'm not here to endorse Gavin Newsom one way or the other. I'm just letting you know that Jesse Waters is going to have to go on Fox News and apologize for lying. And they're going to have to retract the story, or they're going to eat another $747 million fucking lawsuit. And I'm not here to defend Gavin Newsom. I will tell you that Gavin Newsom, I will tell you this, you guys. That fucking Muslim guy, and I'm not trying to talk down to Muslims or anything, but that guy, that Muslim dude, and I say that because I don't know his fucking name. That fucking guy who just beat Cuomo in New York City, running on a rent freeze. First of all, we need to freeze rents fucking everywhere, specifically in LA and New York. We need a rent freeze fucking immediately. Everybody, we need a fucking rent freeze. Boy, I'm enjoying cussing up a storm. That's why I don't want to go on my TikTok. I just love to fucking cuss and say whatever the fuck I want. And I can use the word gay on here. How is it you can't use the word gay on TikTok? The fuck is that? That's the word that the community uses. They use the word gay. He might be Indian, but I heard on TV that he was Muslim. I don't know. Fuck, I'm learning a lot. You know, my podcast, I can say it on YouTube. So the guy, my podcast partner, Hank Kareem Zand Gutman, was a Persian Jew. We have a huge Persian Jew community. A lot of people don't realize that Persia is Iran. Iran and Persia, same thing. A lot of people don't even know that. So many ignorant people in our country. So Persia and Iran, same place. But there were a lot, back in years and years ago, they persecuted the Jews in Iran and they sent them over to Israel. There's only 10,000 Persian Jews left in fucking Iran. But we have a huge Persian Jew community in LA. And, fuck, I lost my train of thought on that. Now I don't know what the fuck I was going to say about it. Well, son of a bitch. Well, never mind. Anyway, that guy who won in New York City, I think he's a Muslim. He is a Muslim. I'm sure of it, actually. But that's not my point. My religion isn't my point. This guy beat Cuomo and was a shock to the community, right? So what I'm saying is California, Newsom thinks he's going to be the presidential fucking nominee, but don't count your chickens until they're fucking hatched, dude. We could fucking have some surprise candidate fucking out of nowhere that becomes the nominee for the fucking whatever party the Democrats are calling themselves. I believe wholeheartedly, without a doubt, 100%, there is no doubt, not a single doubt in my mind, barring a health issue or literally him dying, Donald Trump will, I'll bet anybody in the fucking chat, I'll bet you fucking I'll bet up to $500 escrow account that Donald Trump actually tries to run for president in 2028. Guarantee it. I promise you. Especially after the Supreme Court decisions today. No, he won't be able to do half that stuff. There's no doubt about it. But I didn't even get to my point. We need a rent freeze. This is why he got elected. When you're in New York City and you're priced out of the entire economy and you can't rent an apartment for less than $5,200, and if you want to rent a little box to live in, and that costs you $3,800, you'll vote for any motherfucker who's talking about a rent freeze. You know who's not talking about a rent freeze? Andrew Cuomo. You know who's not talking about a rent freeze? Eric Adams, the actual mayor who he's going to run against. I don't know if he can beat Adams either, Dean, because Adams is going to have the business community in Wall Street behind him. But the truth is, I don't think that's enough. That doesn't get the vote behind you. It gets the money behind you. But money usually wins in politics, right, Dean? But I'm telling you, if you live in New York City or L.A., it's to the point. Oh, that's what I was getting at, though, you guys. And I'm not trying to get racist or MAGA here. But the Persian Jew community, you guys, if you saw my live at that protest, fuck, what protest was it? I'm at so many protests. At the end of King's Day, I stopped at the Beverly Hills King's Day protest. And all of the Persian Jews, they have taken over Beverly Hills. You guys, the mayor of Beverly Hills is a Persian Jew. The entire community of Beverly Hills are Persian Jews. The entire community of Westwood is Persian Jews. And they're all wealthy, okay? They're all immigrants. You don't see ICE doing raids in Beverly Hills. You don't see ICE doing raids in Westwood. So many of those people are not legal. They don't have forget the word legal. So many undocumented people there. But the reason is they all have money. It's all oil money, gas station money, God damn. I've lost my train of thought. Foreign dignitaries. So foreign dignitaries have diplomatic immunity. There are thousands of people with diplomatic immunity in that community. These are people who are families to Saudi Arabians with money, Persian Jews with money, a lot of Iranians with money, a lot of people from Israel, just straight Jews with money. They have taken those communities over and driven our fucking rent up. So my point to this is, if you're just some dopey white guy like me from Iowa who's trying to survive in LA and your rent's going up to $4,000 a month, but all these fucking people coming into our country get to have plenty of money where they can buy these $1 million homes and pay $8,000 a month in rent. We need a rent freeze. This is what I'm saying. We need a fucking rent freeze, okay? We need a rent freeze. The fucking life will not continue to fucking happen in this country if we don't have a rent freeze. Capitalism is destroying the fucking country. We cannot fucking sustain what's happening with rent. I have girls texting me on an app today telling me that they are low-key homeless. Can they please stay with me? And you have to say no because you realize they're just trying to get with you on a dating app because they can't afford their rent. Let me read you the message from this girl right now. I'll read you the message. Let me read you the message right now. Just as an example, someone who grew up in LA. How you doing? Not the best. I got kicked out of my apartment, so I'm trying to find a place to stay. I'm low-key homeless right now, but everything else is expensive, and crying emoji. I say, oh my God, that's not good. Everything's so expensive. How have you been? And then, how long have you been here? Almost a month. I'm crashing at my parents right now, but they want me out soon. Came here as a last resort, so they're going to throw me out. I have to go soon. I'm really not sure what I can do. I'm trying to get a second job in the morning, but I haven't been able to get a second job. This is real talk right here, you guys. Okay, this girl didn't ask once to stay at my house, actually, but you can hear in the message she would like me to offer it up. It's fucking a joke. She can't get an apartment again until she gets a second job. You can't have one job and have an apartment in this country. It's not possible. So getting back to the guy in New York, he's promising a rent freeze. That's what got him elected. I promise you. I promise you, asking for a rent freeze. We have to freeze rent until we do what Donald Trump's famous statement is, until we can figure out what the hell is going on. And he knows what's going on. Fucking capitalism, landlords, property owners. And you do the same thing. Once you buy a $3 million house and you got a mortgage, you're going to have to charge high rent. But he's also calling for government-owned grocery stores. Okay, he's calling for things that won't work. But that's how politics work, guys. You have to overpromise. You have to overpromise. You basically have to overpromise, and then you will underachieve. But if you can deliver on a couple of things, if you can deliver on the rent freeze, and if you can deliver on what else did he want? What the fuck else did that guy want? The guy in blue is the guy that draws blood. Okay, here, I'll show you. Let's pull the phone. So the guy in blue is the doctor. So as soon as someone is deemed drunk, they're going to take him to this trailer, and that guy in blue works in the trailer. And they're going to go in there and draw his blood to confirm that he's drunk. This is the whole checkpoint here. They line up about 8 cars, and then right here is where they pull them out, and you get your drunk test right here. I'll get out and go over there soon. And he's bored. He's literally waiting for someone to be drunk. He doesn't want to sit in this bucket over here and stare at the wall. But the last few of these checkpoints we went to in the valley, it was a hot Asian girl in a white Mercedes. Was the blue suit. We've only seen one guy get drug out of the car, and he had 2 tequilas. I said that he had Budweisers. When I first came to California in 1989, I met my first Mexican dudes, and they were like the Mexican dudes that are stereotyped in Looney Tunes. They were all leaning against a tree, taking a break from work, and they had a sombrero and everything. And I thought it was so awesome. And me and my buddy walked up and said, "How you guys doing?" And one of them had a 6-pack of Budweisers. And he pointed at the beers, and he goes, "Would you like a Budweiser?" And it was like such a California moment. And I was right off the fucking boat from Iowa. And all I could think was of the Looney Tunes cartoon. And I instantly loved it. I instantly fucking loved it. He's a phlebotomist. Would you like a Budweiser? That's exactly how he said it. I'm not doing this. I'm not making jokes. I'm just telling you what happened. And so I did a test. I did a California test drive, basically. In 1989, I fucking came to California for about a year. I went to Phoenix, and then fucking got sucked into a fucking Amway kind of fucking deal. Wholesale warehousing industry, these Canadians, crazy Canadians. This guy named Brian Burnside, who was a linebacker for the UNLV Running Rebels. He was fucking he was highly touted. He was going to be drafted by the Miami Dolphins. And he beat up the coach at UNLV in the locker room in his senior year, so the NFL didn't draft him. Guy was from Orange County. He fucking hired me in Phoenix. And it's like an Amway thing. So you're a peddler on the streets. And the way it is you hire guys under you, and then once you have a crew of guys, you go open your own office in another city, and you're making like $3-4 grand a week. I actually advanced myself to where I was doing road trips to fucking Modesto, Stockton, Sacramento. I was going to go to Seattle, didn't make it, but we went to Reno. And I had a crew of Mexican gang members. I had some fucking dudes right out of the what do you call it? Barrio? Is that what you call it? Right out of the south side of Sacramento. Pedro Ozuno, Jesus Alcocer. These dudes taught me how to speak Spanish. We were selling these VIP dinner cards where it was like buy one, get one free lunches and dinners on a punch card. And you would get like $380 worth of dinners for $19.99. 12 lunches, 12 dinners for $20. But they were buy one, get one free. That was the catch, right? And I remember they taught me how to sell that thing in fucking Spanish. They were like, not Pedro, Jose Alcocer. He was like, this is how you say it. He says, do you want to buy one? Is quieres comprar uno? And then you get 12 lunch, 12 Siena, I think, for $20. Shit, I still remember how to speak that Spanish. Yeah, you guys, there's studies out there that tell you the percentages, right? Food prices, everything's up. They'll tell you in California, there's no longer an American dream. In California, the American dream is dead. You are most likely 40% of all new homeowners have to get the down payment from their parents. So I know a rich dude right now who has a kid who's struggling, okay? And he fucking, he has to pay the down payment on his son's house because it's like $4 million to get a house, you guys. You know what I'm saying? He's a famous musician guy. He's like a guitar player, but he also wrote some songs and produced some songs, but really he's a guitar player from the 70s and shit. Can we listen to one of his songs? Yeah. Let's listen to one of his songs. I'm inspired to put one of his songs on. Have they drug anyone out yet? But 40% of parents have to fucking help their kids buy the house. And the other fucking 60% live with their parents. Like, they can't even leave. The girl that's texting me and saying her fucking parents are throwing her out, she can't afford an apartment. If you're going to get an apartment, you have to have roommates, okay? You have to have fucking roommates, or you're fucked. Call in progress. Well, my best friend wrote this song. Trevor Veach. I should be at the bar with him right now, actually. His wife gets pissed when I take him to Vitello's. I'm going to take him to the comedy club next Saturday night. Maybe tomorrow night, actually. He said he made $1 million on this song. He said he bought his house. He said this song bought his house. He's on those old contracts. Our kids are having a hard time finding work. Restaurants, Tim Hortons are hiring foreigners because the government here will pay half their wages. Yeah, those are issues. Those are real issues, right? Those are real fucking issues. Certainly. You know? I better get my TikTok going on my other phone. I'm going live on my other phone. Hey, if you're in the YouTube, though, subscribe to the YouTube, please. Appreciate that. Is that a streamer right there? Or is that guy, what's that guy doing? I think that is a streamer, and I think the cop is telling him to go somewhere else. Or no, that's a cop. I don't know. I can't tell what he's doing. Yeah, I'm on TikTok now. I am on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to go over into this parking lot to the left. I'm enjoying sitting down, I'll be honest with you. Foxy Die, it's not illegal. The Supreme Court ruled that as long as they list it publicly, so they have to list the checkpoints on a police website preemptively. And then they have to put a sign out on the road about, it looks like, I would say 150 feet, maybe 100 feet before it starts, that says, like a construction sign says DUI checkpoint and ID checkpoint ahead. And then that makes it legal. Otherwise, it would be entrapment and it would be illegal. I still deem it to be illegal, Foxy Die. I still think it's illegal because nobody's checking police websites, right? I only am aware of these is because I have other streamers who message me on the day of checkpoints. I do have an app, or I don't have the app, but there is an app or there is a website that lists all of the DUI checkpoints. Your mom grew up in 1930 after W2 depression. She was youngest at 12. I'm trying to read your comments. They're so small on YouTube, you guys. Subscribe to the YouTube. Come join us in the TikTok if you'd like. Like the live and share the live if you're in the TikTok, please. We are looking for followers, and we're always looking for subscribers. But you guys, it's time for me to grow. We got to grow the community this summer. I can't fuck around anymore. We got to grow up like Duran. I was watching Duran's live earlier, and there's some girl in there goes, I remember watching you, Duran, when you only had 17 people watching. And I was like, damn. I guess everybody started somewhere. I think I'm going to get a one-wheel and start driving around like Duran. And I'm not trying to plagiarize Duran, okay? Let's be clear about that. But I really do like the fucking look of cruising on a one-wheel with a fucking Steadicam. It's a good look. Miss Deborah in the YouTube was... Who's Miss Deborah in the YouTube? Miss Deborah, are you still here? I'm not gonna respond because I'm talking to Deborah. Deborah, your mom grew up in 1930. I'm reading Deborah's comment right now. But you guys, if you're in this YouTube live, I appreciate it. We like the Americana app. Subscribe. Thank you for double tapping the screen, by the way, in the YouTube. Appreciate that. We're waiting for some drunk people to get tested and arrested. I just made that up and it rhymes. Tested and arrested. Lily there. Hey, Lily and TikTok. There are a lot of checkpoints tonight. There are somewhere in the neighborhood, well, not a lot. I would say I read 6. So we have a checkpoint on Vermont. Actually, it's on Melrose between Vermont and Western. There's a checkpoint. There's a checkpoint on Century and Westwood Boulevard. There's a checkpoint here on Tampa. There's a checkpoint. Now my brain's farting, so I can't really remember. Fuck. There was one last night in Long Beach. Anyway, it's a busy night for checkpoints. 100%. Saying she worked hard, raised kids, had no issues, listened to her. Bread was 0.02. That's funny, Aaron. Aaron, that is funny. The thing is, thanks for the follow. I am blessed. Thank you for the follow. I am not blessed, and I'm glad that you are blessed. Please bless me. No one needs blessed more than I do. Appreciate you guys in the YouTube. I hear Jessica Palmadessa say that light. Appreciate you guys in the YouTube. Our favorite little band, Hello Valkyrie, played acoustically last night. We didn't go. We would like to see. We would like to catch some more music shows. I saw today that the lead singer of an 80s band called Junkyard is battling cancer, and that's neither here nor there. I just saw that today and thought I'd bring it up. If you're into the band Junkyard. Gloria, Gloria. Yeah, you guys, can we like the live and say hello? You know, if they pull someone out, we can go get some better footage, you guys. I don't know what else to say. What's going on this weekend, you guys? Castillo is at a checkpoint on Melrose. They have the guy out testing him. Karen, thank you. That is the Melrose between Western and Vermont. That was the one I wanted to go to. I knew that's where he'd be. I knew he'd be there. Karen, his wife texts me, or not texts me, she messages me. So Karen, Castillo's wife or girlfriend, she messaged me earlier and said, are you going to be at the checkpoint tonight? And I said, which one? I knew he would be at the one on Melrose. I should have went down to Melrose. I should have went to the Melrose. Yeah, we're at a checkpoint. Honestly, though, I'm having abdominal pain. I wonder if my appendix is bursting. Yeah, we're at the dopey In-N-Out checkpoint again. We sure are. Let me check something. You saw Mushroom Shell at the Junkyard downtown Winnipeg. Are you talking about the band? Well, we saw a dude come through who had 2 tequilas and he passed all the fucking tests and got right out of here. Look, there's YouTube right there. Boom. How you doing, YouTube? Look, we're streaming the YouTube. Look at that. Look, you can't even tell we're watching YouTube. There's YouTube. There's the real thing. Look at. Isn't that fancy? Look, we can read the comments. Hello. Guys, we have more people in the goddamn YouTube than we do the TikTok. That's not right. That's weird, actually. That's really weird. We need someone to get drug out of the car, to be honest. Look, they got chairs. Look, they're expecting action. Beep, beep, beep. They're expecting action. They got 3 chairs lined up. Is that for the passengers? I think they expect things to heat up here. Castillo got 3 already? What? I knew I should have went to fucking Western. I knew it. I could still drive over there. Should I drive over to that one? Should I drive over to the Western one? Oh, hi, Jenna. So, her paw is doing really good. She's very sleepy because of the antibiotics. So she got a big old shot of antibiotics in the back of her neck. We cut all her claws. We caught that protruding claw. We cut it off, me and the vet. And then we cut her other claws. And, oh, I could drive on YouTube. That's true. I could just stay live on the YouTube. That's true. Eddie Slick, that's what I wanted to do, Eddie. I wanted to drive through and, like, troll them a little bit. I wanted to troll a little bit by going like, hey. Yeah, there's also a YouTube link in the bio, you know, in my bio. But I wanted to pull up and plead the fifth, you know what I'm saying? And be like, well, I don't answer questions. And then maybe even talk a little funny. I knew that Western location would be hopping. Castillo's girlfriend messaged me earlier, and she goes, you know, the inner city ones are more busy. She goes, nothing will be happening out in the valley, and she was right, you guys. I do love trolling Castillo, Jenna. I might go do it, actually, you guys. Fuck, I should have just went there in the first place. You know why I wanted to go there? Because it's right outside of the film school I went to. So Los Angeles City College is where I went to film school, and it's a wild little neighborhood over there. It's not the safest neighborhood, but honestly, when you're at a checkpoint, there's a lot of cops around, so you don't really have to be like freaking out. You know what I mean? You know, it's not weird or anything. Maybe I should go get in the last hour over there. I'm worried though, because after they get like 3 to 5 people, they shut down the checkpoint. You know what I mean? The problem is, it's a nice drive, Jenna. If you want to know the actual distance, it's about, I mean, it's like 15 miles, and that's in the city. So it's no joke. Like, it's no joke, because that's not free drive. That's not just fucking flying down a freeway. About half, well, 5 miles is not off freeway, and the other 8 miles is on the freeway. Freeways aren't too bad right now. I mean, I would probably be there at 8. What time is it now? 8:15. I'd be there by 9 o'clock for sure. You know.
But this literally, it's a bust for me every time, you guys. I think we have to rule out going to Valley checkpoints. I think we have to rule that out. There's R-Tunes right there. Are you down on Western, R-Tunes? Are you down on Western? R-Tunes, you can see I'm also on the YouTube. I have YouTube going. R-Tunes, this is pretty cool because this was a drive-up where you could just drive up and sit in the car. But there's only been one person pulled out. That's what I meant. R-Tunes, that's what I meant. I meant Melrose. That was my bad. I meant Melrose. So you're at the Melrose location, yeah? So they pulled one person out here, R-Tunes, and it was a guy who had 2 tequilas, and he actually passed the tests. And we got an interview in with him, which was fun. But R-Tunes, this one is a complete waste because Western, you were right, R-Tunes. She was right. You told me that the city ones are better, and I didn't listen to you. I didn't listen. My instincts told me to go to Melrose. There's a bunch tonight, and my instincts told me to go to Melrose, and I didn't. My instincts said go to Melrose, and I didn't follow my instincts. Oh well. Maybe I'll go down there and just and we'll jab Castillo a little bit. The city ones are way better. This is the 3rd time I went to the Valley, and the 3rd time it was a bust. I will never do another Valley checkpoint. I'm never doing another Valley checkpoint. It's never happening again, I promise. I'm just promising that right now. I will never do it again. Unless it's the only one or something. Or maybe if Castillo is down on Melrose at a good one, basically. Yeah, it's listed as Melrose in Vermont, but it's actually off of Vermont, right? I think it's a little bit more between Vermont and something. I don't think it's right at Vermont. Does every car look the same here? Hello, Melvin. Cops must need money. I think I'm gonna take a ride, you guys. I'm probably just gonna take a ride. He gets bad ones when he doesn't listen to. Your spidey sensors are better than his. You do have good instincts. I should have taken your advice, actually. I actually have good instincts, too. My instincts told me to go to Melrose and to not come here. And I totally disregarded my instincts. I like your spidey sense. Sometimes the Valley is good. Yeah. I may not be bad. I'm sure they can be. Actually, you're right. We were doing a really good one in the Valley that night. But I started roasting the guy who was standing on one foot, and my live access got removed because someone reported me for harassment and bullying. I have to be careful. That was actually a good one. You're right. We were at a good one in the Valley, and it was heating up. It was getting really good, and just right when it was really getting good, fucking live access went right down. Exactly, no sense of humor. It was a good joke too. It wasn't even harassing. It was. He was about to do the stand on 1 foot test where you count to 30, and I just said, "Hey, this is fun, you guys. Let's do a contest in the live. What number does he get to, everybody?" And everybody was guessing what number he would get to before his right toe touched the ground. And the first guess was 6, and that was my guess, and that was literally when his foot touched down. And it was literally moments later, live access removed. And it was like, come on. I was doing some harder roasting outside of that too. I was roasting a little bit beyond that as well, and that's what got me. One line, people were sending costumes. Oh, really? Yeah, I was really roasting hard for a second. Sometimes I forget about TikTok's rules. And then I watched Castillo for the rest of the night to see how he was handling it. And he'll be laughing and making a joke, but I can tell how he knows to not go too far. I can tell. He'll giggle a little, but I can see how he's like holding back a little bit, Yeah, Castillo laughs. Yeah, exactly. He just basically laughs at people's comments. He lets the people do the roasting and then laughs. Yeah. But that's why I was like, okay, that's how I have to approach these. I'm really good at roasting the shit right out of someone, but it just can't happen on TikTok. It can happen on the YouTube for sure. The reason I thought this might hit is because we're next to Cal State Northridge, right? We're next to the school, and I thought. But you guys, they only pulled one guy out. It was the guy in the red truck. He drank 2 tequilas. He told us he had 2 tequilas. And that was it. R-Tunes, do you moderate too, R-Tunes? Aaron is a good moderator. How come I'm not out with Masha? I'm meeting Masha tomorrow morning at the park at 10 o'clock. But I'll be honest, it's like, well, we like our tunes because we love Castillo. I mean, you don't have to moderate, but I would. We need a Spanish-speaking person in there. Our tunes, because I speak like no Spanish. You guys want to hear my Spanish? My entire Spanish vocabulary? Hola. No, I was just telling the story how I used to pitch these things. Hi, Diane. Are you over Masha, Jenna? Jenna, Masha is a slow burn, Jenna. Jenna, stop it, Jenna. I better follow you back, Jenna. Looks like you have a bunch of followers. Jenna, Masha is too young for me, number one. Oh, wait, somebody named Shad is in here. Hold the hell on. Is that someone named Shad? Shad, call. Is that your name, Shad? Is that your real name? Oh, this is in Northridge on Tampa. Shad, is that your name? That's my name, man. My name is Shad. One of my best friends named her son Shad. Oh, thank you, Diane. Diane, how are you? Thank you. How's everything? My total access recording studio, Diane. When I think of Diane now, I think of total access recording studios. I don't want to call out your location, but I didn't realize that's where you lived, Diane. I have a nice rich history down there where you're at. But Total Access Recording Studios is where I recorded my first. Well, I didn't record there. We recorded it at Crystal Clear Sound in Dallas, but then we mixed the record at Total Access Studios, and really amazing time in my life. Don't want to call out your location, then proceeds to call out location. I didn't say the city. I didn't say the city, but yeah, you could do the math, because I'm saying you could do the math based on what I'm saying. You often ask and have the viewers call out the number of people who get pinched. Ah, yes. Yeah, you could do the math based on what I keep saying, the studio, because the studio is somewhere. Yeah, but... Okay. Oh, well, there it is. She just said Redondo Beach. Fucking great city, okay, you guys? It's also a big city. It's not like you're going to go to Redondo Beach and go, there's Diane. Okay? That wouldn't be possible. Redondo Beach, amazing fucking place. Where's the guy in the cyber? Oh, he just got by me. Cybertruck just got by, brother. I hear you though, Jay. I hear you, Jay. I hear that. No, what I was saying though, Redondo Beach has this big fucking cove. It's like it's one of the only places, like, there's a lot of beaches here, guys, from Malibu to Torrance, okay? But when you're in Redondo Beach, the way you can see the cove or the curve, you guys, you have to live here to understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I saw that there was a Long Beach checkpoint, and I didn't really, I wasn't really able to, Chris Murrin, this is in Northridge. I just saw that comment from 3 hours ago. But Redondo Beach, I met a chick on, that I stopped talking about women. I was supposed to go on a date with this girl in Redondo Beach last August. That's a long time ago. But I was covering that Freedom Rally on TikTok, so I canceled the date. But she's a guitar player in a band, and I kind of still want to go on a date with her. We're still, like, matched on it. It was on the Facebook dating. We're still matched, right? She didn't delete me for that. I still want to go meet her in Redondo Beach. We were going to meet in El Segundo, actually. We were going to meet in El Segundo. Oh, the cross streets are Tampa and Nordhoff. It's south of Nordhoff on Tampa. Mary Lopez. You know, I didn't even know Facebook had dating, and once my buddy Matt said, hey, Facebook has dating, and he goes, it's kind of cool, and I go, I would never use Facebook dating. And then guess what I did? I used Facebook dating. And then I ended up liking it, Yeah, I'm on all the dating apps, Aaron. But I don't use them. I'm just on them, right? Like, so I match with hundreds of people, and then I don't follow through with any of them. And that works both ways, to be honest with you. Hello, Glitch. The thing is, I want to meet somebody in real life. But that's also the catch-22. So if you meet someone on a dating app, you are going to meet them in real life. So you still meet them in real life. So I don't know what I'm saying. It's stupid. But anyway, I met Masha in real life. Masha. I should take a date to the checkpoint. That's not a bad idea. Take a date to a checkpoint. But Maria, I'm meeting Maria tomorrow, but she wants me to meet her mom. I don't know what that means. That doesn't sound good. Hello, Candy. No, it's the reason I'm going to talk to her mom at some point tomorrow is because, yeah, that's real romantic, right? Either she's trying to set me up with her mom, or she's trying to get her mom's approval, or, no, I'm making that up. The reason I'm meeting her mom is because I'm not kidding you guys. I'm actually making this little documentary, a Scientology documentary, and I'm going to interview Maria's mom as one of the subjects because she was one of the people who got taken for $250,000 by Scientology and then thrown out, and she was clear in like OT level 3 or something. Personally had mean people on lives called what? Cartoons? Really? 2 arrested where Castillo's at, Rosemary. What? No, we all think Castillo's a lucky man. That's what we all think. Oh, because everyone with their trolling? Exactly. The only thing I ever call women is pretty. I never go the other direction. It's not in me. This dude on the bike seems to be letting the cop have it. I don't know what he's saying, but maybe I should go over there. Rosemary, that's where I'm supposed to be. Rosemary, I've been blowing it. I apologize. That's where I should be. I can't believe they got a golfer. That meant the guy was golfing all day. He's probably drunk. Thank you, Candy. Candy, did I DM you back yet? I'm so sorry if I... No, I didn't. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, I still haven't even messaged you back. I'm getting to it. I've been dealing with my cat. I got my cat fixed today. Not fixed. I got her medical treatment today, finally. I had to work on a TV show yesterday. Yeah, what's with the criticism of women? Exactly, Artoons. Exactly. But the vitriol on these social media apps is crazy. It's true. Ooh, this car tried to not stop. Uh-oh, we got something here. We got something hot happening here. This car tried to run the checkpoint. He goes, I want you to back up and park because I'm going to show you something. We got 2 stop signs that you just ran. Oh, he let him go. Damn. He let him go. Shit. We need some action, you guys. There's the guy that was just... Even my YouTube is winding down. You guys, I'm sorry. We have a dudder here. Yes, Artoons, thank you for the info and earlier, and I didn't listen to you. Thank you. We will talk to you later. I came to another bogus checkpoint. Straight up nothing burger, Aaron. I got straight up nothing burgered. I knew I should have went to Western. And by the way, we're not a DUI checkpoint live anyway. We should be down in Hollywood doing something. He denied process, so he's in the trailer for resisting. And they'll like get an order to draw his blood and everything, Rosemary. We could already be there. All right, you guys want to drive down there? Let's do it. Fuck it, let's drive down there. Yeah, we're gonna do some whiskey. You guys, I don't trust this one to get any action, so let's take a drive. Subscribe, follow the channel though. Follow the channel. I'm on YouTube, by the way. I'm still on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Sorry, I was paying way too much attention to my TikTok. YouTube. We're waiting for action here. Give me action. Action. Action, not words. I do like that I didn't have to get out of my car, though. I kind of like that.
Where are my glasses at? Are they not going to pull anyone out? What a joke, man. What a fucking joke. They're testing a guy now? Here? Oh, at the other checkpoint. Oh, we really blew this, didn't we? Fuck it, I'm going over there, I think. God damn it, I did blow it. Fucking really chaps my hide. Let's see if they pull someone out here. Come on, pull somebody the fuck out of a car. I should have been down on Melrose. Let me check the traffic. Let me look at traffic. If the freeway is just wide open, I'll do it. It's not. Of course it's not. Because the freeway is never wide open, you guys. It's fucking LA. Because we're so far away from the Castillo checkpoint. Literally so far away. Let's do the map and see what the map says. Let's literally see what the maps tell us. Okay, so he's down on Melrose and Vermont. It's not that bad, actually. It's not as bad as I thought. You want to see the drive? You don't... Yeah, but it's so bumpy, Aaron. Like, YouTube has the worst fucking steady camera in the in-app, right? So the app itself, if I put it on my gimbal, I might make the drive. Are they pulling anyone out? All right, maybe let's make the drive. Let's see how bumpy it looks. You want to see how bumpy it looks? We'll see how bumpy. I don't want to sit at checkpoints where nobody is drunk. It's fucking boring. You guys, the last thing I want is boring fucking lives. I mean, Castillo, they got already fucking multiple arrests down there. Oh, there's someone streaming right next to me here, though. Guys, the guy in the other car right next to me is streaming. I guarantee as soon as we leave, people are fucking getting pulled out here. I guarantee it. It is too, Bumpy Aaron. It is too. Don't make me prove it. There's a guy streaming right here. I feel like this is going to get good right here. I feel like we should stay. I feel like we should stay. You guys. All right, let's take a drive. I'm going to drive just to prove to Aaron that it's bumpy as hell. Watch how bumpy this camera ends up being. Watch this. Oh, wait. Oh. Shit. Look at that shit. Whoa. Well, let's take it off of the mount. Well, we got to leave it on the mount or else I'm going to crash. Let me change my thought on that. Oops. Oh, I could zoom out, by the way. All right, that's how bumpy it is, right there. Booyah. We're on Tampa. Now you're going to see how I drive. I drive really fast. I'm not a fan of driving slow. Oops. Is anyone dialed into Castillo, or are they getting any arrests down there? Why won't they let you drive on TikTok if you put your phone in the holder? That doesn't even make sense to me. If my phone is in the holder on the windshield, why the fuck wouldn't they let me just drive? Well, every time I leave one of these shitty checkpoints, I'm like, well, I learned my lesson. But I didn't learn my lesson. Because I went to a shitty checkpoint again. True story. I used to talk to my old girlfriend. I'd be on the phone with her. My car clock is not online, is it? Anyway, I remember I used to talk to my old girlfriend on the phone. I remember we would just stop talking, and I would forget I was on the phone, and then I would call some woman out of the window of the car. And then I would have to play it off like I didn't just do that, because I would be like, oh shit, I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. I just catcalled a woman. And I'm not some catcall. I'm not some New Yorker going, woo, baby. But the truth is, I guess I do catcall women sometimes. That's so inappropriate. I wonder what I said. Like, hi, but you know, here's how I catcall a woman. You guys want to hear my famous catcall? Is anyone even in here? Oh, we got some people in here. So here's my famous catcall. You guys ready? This is my line. And sometimes I say it under my breath so they don't hear it. But I see a woman and I go, honey, I'm home. It makes me laugh. Honey, I'm home. Honey, I'm home. She doesn't even know I'm talking to her when I do it. But I will do it from the car. I'll be like, I'll honk. I'll be like, honey, I'm home. That's a good cat call. That's not like a whiff. That's not like, you know, it's not like some whistle bullshit. It's not like, hey, baby. It's not like, hey, bitch, show me your ass. It's not like that. It's very polite. I'm like, honey, I'm home. Come on. You have to appreciate that. That's really good. That's really funny. I think I'm going to take my buddy Trevor, who wrote the song Gloria, to the comedy club tomorrow for some beers. I need to hook him up. My car clock is not 2 minutes slow either. What time is it right now? 8:45. My car clock says 8:44. At worst case scenario, it's 1 minute slow. It is fucking wild that you could just ride around on YouTube with your phone on like this. I'm thinking about live streaming. I'm thinking about auditing the auditors. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about doing an audit of the audit. Like that one girl, Fuzzy Potato or whatever I told you about. I'm thinking about when she does an audit, I'm thinking about like auditing her audit. I don't even know what that means. But I'm thinking about trolling the auditors. That would be fun. Because I'm thinking of new things to do. There's always something to go to, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe we should be doing something else. Maybe I should get one of those police scanners. And we'll start chasing people down like Batman. You know, they're trying to pass a new law here in California so you can't, so federal police officers have to fucking identify themselves the same way regular officers do. You know, like when you see the auditors. Hey, what's your name and badge number, right? And they have to tell you. Well, people have already been arrested today. People were fucking arrested today for impersonating ICE officers. Because ICE officers are running around not identifying themselves or wearing badges in street clothes with face masks, now criminals are driving around in street clothes and face masks, pretending to be ICE, kidnapping people and robbing people. So this is why ICE can't do that. We can't have ICE running around in fucking street clothes and masks because now the criminals are doing it. And so you think ICE is up on your ass, and now you don't want federal charges, so you just do whatever the fucking dudes tell you. It's a real problem. It's honestly a real problem. Anyway, I'm meeting Maria tomorrow, and we're going to talk about our film. We're making a film together, you guys. What we're making. We're making a fucking Scientology film. And her mom is a great subject for the movie. So we're going to talk to her mom. Maria's already on board. I'm going to get Tom Cruise. People think that's funny when I say that, but I'm serious. I will get to Tom Cruise. We might not get anything out of them at all. We may be arrested for harassment. Oh, wait. Did I miss my fucking exit? No, do not fucking turn into me, dude. You son of a bitch. Is Castillo still alive down at that checkpoint? Anybody? Is he still down there? Because I don't know. I don't see very well at night either. I don't really see well at night. I feel like I should be checking on Daisy. But she's okay. She's actually okay. We're going to learn everything now because we have met the freeway. We've got to get to the freeway. Hey, did you guys see that movie with, remember that fucking movie with, damn, I can't think of that rapper's name. Shit. As soon as the song comes to my head, I'll remember it. He did the Humpty Dumpty song. Do the Humpty Dumpty, or something like that. You remember that guy? Well, they were in a movie. It was like a comedy movie. I feel like it was, okay, dude, well, figure out where the fuck you're going, motherfucker. Fucking ride on somebody else. Son of a bitch. That was a police officer I was yelling at, by the way. So don't think I'm road raging. I'm yelling at cops who don't know how to ride their fucking motorcycle. It's like Chips. It's like Eric Estrada. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It was like a Chevy Chase movie, and they're trapped in this place. And that old dick-nosed fucking judge keeps bringing them into trial and shit. Did anyone see that movie? What the fuck was that movie called? It was a really good movie, too, man. I wonder if Castillo is still alive down there. Somehow the freeway is moving over here in the valley. This is it. We're riding it. Ventura Highway, baby. Like a snake in the Jeez Louise. There's that pig right there. I caught him. Is that a Chips? Yeah, I think this is a Chips in front of us. Son of a bitch. Or maybe that's not a Chips. Is that a Chips? I don't want to fly by him if it is. Oh, he's going to pull right in front of me. You son of a bitch. He is still alive? Yeah, but they're about to shut that down, aren't they? You guys, this is so stupid. We're doing this all wrong. We were supposed to already be there the whole time. This is wrong. This is a crapshoot. Look at this picture of my cat Ellie, though. my cat, Ellie Mae, with her tongue sticking out. She's so cute. I probably should be driving, but I'm looking at pictures on my other phone. Is that weird that I'm looking at pictures on my other phone? While I'm driving on the fucking 101? Nobody knows this fucking city better than I do. I can tell you that. Nobody. Fucking nobody knows this city better than me. You guys, look, can you see her little tongue sticking out? That's our last visit to the vet. Look at her little tongue. She's sticking her tongue out. She's nervous. That's us at the vet. That's Ellie Mae. She's the love of my life, actually. That is the love of my fucking life right there. I love her so much. I call her Bell Bell. Bell Bell! Focus on what? Driving? I'm not worried about that. Let's look at Ellie Mae some more. You guys, look at her little tongue. Can you see that? Look at her little tongue. She never puts her tongue out. That's because she's nervous. At the vet. That's Dr. Stein's office. We were in Dr. Stein's office today. That's Ellie in Dr. Stein's office last year. Whoa, shit, almost died. Hold on. We almost died. We're about to drive by Luna's house. You guys want to see a picture of Luna? We're driving by Luna's house in a minute. You ready? Let's find Luna. See if we can find a picture of Luna. You guys, this is an automatic chlorinator. This is a saltwater chlorinator making chlorine. Look at that. You see that? You've never seen that before. Look at that. That's chlorine being produced on those plates. So that's a positive current on those plates. So the salt water goes over those electrified plates, and the chemical reaction turns the salt into a chlorine molecule. It turns the salt molecule into a chlorine molecule just by zapping it with a little bit of electricity. That's fucking science right there. That's straight up science. This is a guy I know in Iowa putting the 8-ball in on the brake. Okay? I can teach you how to do this. Okay, there it is, 8-ball side pocket. You saw it. So here's how you do it. You put the cue ball, you position the cue ball at the second diamond all the way to the right. And then you want to hit the ball as hard as you can, obviously. That helps. You want to put left English on it so you don't scratch in the bottom corner right pocket. And you don't want to hit the first ball in the rack. You want to hit the second ball in the rack. Almost slightly to the left of the second ball. That'll put the fucking 8-ball in the side pocket almost every time if the rack has been fucking racked up properly and placed properly. That's a true story. Okay, now we just ran into traffic. It's a total bust. Is Castillo still over at this place? Now all traffic is stopped. This whole party's over, you guys. The party's over. It didn't work out at all. You guys just didn't work out. I'm trying to drive to Castillo's checkpoint. It's too far. It's too goddamn far. He's still there? He's still there. Stop it. Why am I not looking at Castillo's live? What the fuck am I asking for when I could just go on his live? Hold on. I can do Castillo's live right here. Karina's on here sharing videos. God damn it. Whoa, that truck about killed us just now. Castillo is still there. Castillo's there in Spanish.
It was IPAs. You know what? That's what I said. You drink four, but four big ones. Because his eyes were like bloodshot, and the smell coming out of his head was just too much. En la valle también el campo le pertenece así. Creo que ya estaba otra persona también ahí grabando. Pero no sé, yo creo que no agarraron a nadie ahí o no sé qué onda, pero.
Alright, Castillo is still down there. So let's get down there and get the TikTok on there.